sort of photography, but you can see I'm in front of Caernarfon Castle and just setting up to take some images. So day hasn't gone quite as I planned. I was going to head out to Anglesey to South Stack Lighthouse, but then a lot of cloud came over, so I changed my mind and I was heading in this direction anyway, so I thought I'd come try and get some image of the castle with these boats. So I've got good memories of the castle. When I was a kid, we used to come with my family quite a lot, climb up on some of those turrets. So I have really good memories of kind of being up there with kind of family, and I always love coming to Caernarfon. But anyway, I'm on the other side of the river, so I'll just the river sweeps round. So if you've ever visited the town, you might have been on the other side. So the main entrance to the castle is on the other side, but there's a bridge, and I'm actually parked down the road here. But I wanted to get an image with these boats and the castle. You can probably tell already it's dusk. I'm hoping for a bit of late sun, maybe beaming in, but if I don't get late sun, I'll concentrate on some images where hopefully get some of the lights, because I think the castle gets lit up, or it used to anyway. So keep my fingers crossed for a bit of sun, and if I don't get the sun, keep my fingers crossed that I get some lights, otherwise it's going to be a bit tough. But we'll see how it goes. No late evening sun yet, but I'll just check the time. Another kind of 20 minutes until the sun is kind of fully down. So if it stays like this, it's probably a good decision not to have gone to South Stack, because just be grey. But anyway, I'll talk you through what I'm trying to achieve, and I'll show you the setup. So I'll go on to live view and show you what I'm up to. But it's fairly straightforward. So here we go. I'll brighten the. What more can you do? Got a castle. What I'm trying to do is these boats here, kind of nice leading line. I've moved up and down a bit, trying to get a nice leading line with the boats, so that they're kind of pointing towards the castle. Sorry, car just going past. So I want the kind of the lines of the boats pointing towards the castle. So hopefully that makes sense. But I'm just, I might move a little bit, because I'm just looking at these two blue boats here. So I might move just a little bit further along, because those boats seem to be pointing more directly towards the castle. So I've got that, obviously that foreground line, and then it's just a matter of waiting for the lights to come on, and hope they do. I hope they're kind of not saving the electricity bill and keeping the lights off, because I'll be a bit stuffed. There's a little bit of colour appeared in the sky, not a massive amount, a little bit of pink. So I've changed my composition slightly, so I'll show you to try and capture that colour, because I don't think it's going to happen behind the castle and get the whole castle in. But I'm going for a composition that hopefully makes the most of that. So I'll brighten it up and show you what I've got. So I've still got the boats obviously in the foreground. Sorry, there's a swan shouting at me over there. And some of the castle just in the top right. But I really need this colour, which is this big expanse of sky here. So kind of drop that down quite significantly to bring out the colour. And then I'm bracketing, so 2 stops either way. So I'll just leave that. Oh, and I've got my 2-second timer on, just so press and it'll take the 3 images. So what I'm hoping is get some nice colour up there in the sky, but then get one of the castle nicely exposed. And I actually think the composition is quite nice, because we've got the kind of boats leading round in a bit of a semicircle, kind of. Hopefully you can kind of make that out. I might just actually, it's one of the things you always look out for, is just where there's issues like that. So I've just spotted, don't know if you can see where I've just put the squirt. It's the back end of that boat. So the boat is just clipped. So I'm just going to alter slightly the composition. So I'll lose the back end of that boat. Hopefully you can see that. And now I'm just going to meter a bit off the castle and a bit off the sky. In fact, I'll go a little bit further across here. I'm just moving that rectangle to get more of the sky counting in. So someone asked a really good question. How come they said if I've pre-focused my focus rectangles, they're not on the spot I'm focusing on? If you pre-focus and then switch to manual, that rectangle then has no influence on the focusing. It just acts as a metering spot. So, and what I'm doing now is trying to get a little bit of the castle in, but the majority of the sky, because I think that will give a kind of a reading that takes account of the brightness of the sky, but also understands that there's a high contrast between the sky and the castle. If I just pointed it right at the sky, I'll show you it. The whole image would probably be too dark, so that's quite dark. And if I pointed it entirely at the castle, which I'll do now, and then go for the exposure it's suggesting, you can see that that's completely overexposed. But if I go with a metering that's looking a bit at the sky and a bit of the castle, it's about right. Probably a little bit, drop it down, yeah, drop it to there. But that's a bit of experience and a bit of trial and error. So someone also asked me about looking at the histogram. I occasionally use the histogram, but I'm more often than not I just use live view and experience to say actually what in that image looks like it'd give me a good reading, a good balanced reading, because if you think about it, an image like this, you're trying to get a nice balance of exposure. So hopefully that kind of explains what I'm trying to do there. Still waiting for the lights to come on, but what time is it now? Yeah, it's actually sunset now, so maybe they come on after sunset. Keep my fingers crossed. But you can see the town. Some of the lights are on in the town, but just not the castle. I hope they're going to come on. I'm still thinking it was a good decision not to go to South Stack, but I'm looking at the sky and thinking, yeah, well, what could have been? But what we're getting now is some nice reflection in the water from those pinks, and the pinks have moved a little bit behind the castle. Welsh flag flying, or 2 Welsh flags flying with the dragon on. So I'll show you the image that I'm working on. I'll brighten it. You can see reflections in the water, looking good. So taking some images there, and still waiting for the lights to come on, but I'm liking the reflections. So might be the last one of there because I think the sun's already down, but we'll see how that goes. Sun is well and truly down. There's still a little hint of pink in the sky, but not very much. So it's getting pretty dark now. Just see what time it is. It's 10 to 10, so past my bedtime. But the lights still aren't on. That's all I'm waiting for now, just waiting for the lights to come on. I thought a second ago that they'd started to come on, but I think it's just lights from the car park light over there shining onto the castle. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer and hopefully illumination, but maybe not. I'm sorry the last clip was quite short, but a couple came walking past and they were having a right old Barney. And I thought it wasn't probably appropriate to film them having an argument. Yeah, they were accusing each other of getting hormonal. But anyway, that's by the by. So wait for the lights to come on and see what happens. I hope you can see me. It's gone really dark. Lights still haven't come on. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Let's look at this. It's 9:59. I'm hoping that at 10 o'clock there's a timer and the lights come on. Otherwise, that's it. There's a bat flying. There was a bat. Beautiful. Oh, bat. So I've actually got a bat detector at home. Fantastic. But anyway, that's not what oh, yeah, back again. Fantastic. Anyway, is it 10 o'clock? No, it's not 10 o'clock yet. I'm going to count. I'm going to look at my clock until 10 o'clock. and then see if the lights come on. If the lights don't come on at 10 o'clock, I'm packing up and going, because there's not much I can do. You can imagine trying to take a photograph of a dark castle at night, probably not the best idea. Still not 10 o'clock. In fact, I'm going to keep my back to the castle and wait for 10 o'clock. So if it comes 10 o'clock and the lights come on, you'll see it before I do. Right, it's now 10 o'clock. Are the lights on? No. So I think that's probably it. I'm going to pack up and go. So relatively short video. Hopefully you liked seeing Caernarfon Castle when you could see Caernarfon Castle. But I really can't do anything now with no lights on, so I'm going to pack up and go. It's about an hour and a half drive home. It's a pity, but there's a nice bit of sunset, so hopefully got some decent images. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Put any comments in below. Thanks for any likes and any new subscribers, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.